This is the deity of Radha Madhava, Sri Radha Madhava. These deities are of ISKCON, Mayapur, which is located at West Bengal, India. So this is the most beautiful deities in the world. I think this is the most beautiful, the deity of Sri Radha Madhava with the gopis. So let us take some darshan. So hopefully no any interruption, no any internet breakage or any technical error. Yes. Om Adinanjanana Timirandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmalitana Yena Tasme Sri Guruve Namaha Namamam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shamade Bhakti Vedanta Swame Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvichesa Sunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yet Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Guru Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All glories to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tatwa Mataji, would you like to do?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Gita Shraye Ham Tistami Gita Me Paranamam Graham Gita Jananam Samasrita Trilogim Palami I am present within the Gita, and the Gita is my supreme residence. Only by the knowledge of the Gita do I maintain the three worlds.
Thank you, Mataji. So here Krishna telling that Lord is able to actually maintain the three worlds with the knowledge of Gita. Just by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, the Lord say He can maintain three worlds. So why not we can't maintain our family with Gita? Makes sense, right? So mostly all purpose, not only family, personal, any other purpose, if we put Gita in the center, so it is the most auspicious, most perfect. So it is very important to have Gita, and Gita was given to a householder. So most of us here is a householder and going to be a householder. So Arjuna is a father, Arjuna is a husband, Arjuna is a grandfather, to be a king. So it is important to have a Gita in everyone's life. So by today we will complete two-thirds of the Gita. So today we'll go to chapter 12. Okay, chapter 12 is devotional service, Bhakti Tunde. So Krishna now going to give the direct essence of devotional service. So the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is actually devotional service, Bhakti. Bhakti is the main essence of Bhagavad Gita. And that Bhakti, that devotional service, Bhakti Yoga, we call that as a Bhakti Yoga. Krishna put that in the center of the Bhagavad Gita. So therefore, this is the last chapter of Unit 2. So Unit 2 is Bhakti Yoga. Unit 1 is Jnana Yoga. Unit 2 is Bhakti Yoga. And the third unit is Buddhi Yoga. Krishna will give you knowledge. So knowledge means we can find what is actually three mood of material nature, what is actually tamoguna, what is ignorance, what is passionate mood, what is mood of goodness. So we will see everything there. So before we enter to this chapter, devotional service, any lesson or any any lesson or any small recap which you would like to do? Anyone? Please volunteer. Ineshwari Mataji? Sorry, Rajeshwari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Arjuna actually wanted to see the universal form of Lord Krishna, which is actually not eternal.
Okay. So yes, yes, Mataji. Universal form is temporary. It is not eternal. So what is eternal? Which is the eternal form, Mataji? The universal form is not eternal. Then Krishna shows some other form which is eternal. What are the forms? This is
You
tested in
mean
your twist.
you mean
After
the
universal form.
yes, after universal form, he became the four-handed Vishnu.
Yes, Vishnu. And
Yeah,
then
I got that question wrong actually. And then he became a two-handed what Sundar?
Shama Sundar form.
Shama Sundar. Yes,
Yes,
correct.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you. So
All
yes,
right.
universal form is actually temporary, but after that, Arjuna requesting Krishna, Krishna, I am scared. So please show me your original form. And Krishna comes in his original form, which is the chakra, Sudarshan, lotus, and his with the four-handed form. And then Arjuna requesting again, no, I don't want this form. Come again to your original form, which is the Shama Sundar form, which is very rare. It is very rare. Even the demigods are rare. It is impossible to them to see the Shama Sundar form. But Krishna only showing the Shama Sundar form to the devotee, which you can see in the picture here. This is the Lord with the Shama Sundar. So this chapter 12 actually, it's very important. Actually, when someone is leaving the body, the devotee usually will read this chapter 2 in their funeral. So it is very auspicious to read the Bhagavad Gita in someone's funeral. If someone's already passed away, someone will do some bhajan, some prayers. So together with that, if you're anyone, it is close to you or they passed away, so please read this Bhagavad Gita. Especially people will read chapter 2, chapter 8, chapter 12. Any of these three chapter can be read in the funeral. So because everything, these two chapter is mostly related to the soul. Chapter 2, Krishna already tell that you are not this body, you are spirit soul. So you will take millions of birth. After that, you will take another body. After that, you will take another body. So in that case, the birth and death is goes on. It is goes on. Okay, and similarly in chapter 8, we can see that ante kale chamayana samarana mukta kalevaram. So at the end of your life, one who remember me at once to come to my spiritual abode. So therefore, chapter 2, chapter 8, and this chapter is important. So if you have time, please read the entire Bhagavad Gita. That is very, very auspicious. Not only auspicious, it's benefited for your entire lifetime. Okay, by just spending. No, for you can read the Bhagavad Gita. If you read daily, you can read it. You can finish it in 1 or 2 months, maybe less than that. It's depend on how fast or how many chapters you are reading. So if you have time, please read the entire Bhagavad Gita. So Harvindan Prabhu, would you like to read?
Arjuna Vacha Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktasvam Paryupasate Ye Chapi Aksaram Avayaktam Tesam Ke Yoga Vitama. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested?
Thank you, thank you. So Arjuna here asking Krishna, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are properly engaged in your devotional service or those who worship the impersonal Brahman. So here Krishna giving two choices. One is your devotional service or impersonal Brahman. Impersonal Brahman here actually represent of Brahman. Brahman means light. Usually we see people are meditating on the light. Okay, they are called as Brahmavadis, Brahmavadis or Mayavadis, or we can see such a society is in Malaysia actually. We call that, I'm not sure what's the name. They usually meditate on the light form. We call that as a Brahma Jyoti. But Krishna here in Bhagavad Gita declaring that even that impersonal Brahman is also my partial energy. Even the impersonal Brahman, which is the light, people are worshipping the light, not worshipping, but they meditating on the light. Even that impersonal Brahman, those who are worshipping impersonal Brahman, they understand that we are not this body. But they don't know that the Lord have form. The Lord have his own pastime. The Lord is reciprocated with love and devotion. So you can go to the Lord, you can go to directly spiritual world, that which is higher than the Brahma Jyoti, even is higher than the impersonal Brahman. They don't know that knowledge. They know that we are not this body, we are soul. Therefore, we have to submerge into the impersonal Brahmana and become equal to the light. So that is actually their definition. That is actually their philosophy. So Krishna, Arjuna is asking that one should engage in your direct spiritual devotional service or impersonal Brahman. Impersonal Brahman. Actually, Arjuna know everything. Arjuna know that Krishna have form. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. By devotional service, everything become very easily. Arjuna everything. But for the future, for the our understanding, for our purpose, actually Arjuna is asking all these questions. And Krishna says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Maybe Ashok Kumar Prabhu, would you like to do? Sorry, we cannot hear you, Prabhu. The line is so bad, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Your line is so bad. Maybe I can ask Dinashri Mataji. Would you like to do? Oh, Satish Kumar Prabhu. Would you like to read?
Hare Krishna. Yes, sure. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Mai Avesha Manoyamam Nitya Yukta Upasade Saradaya Harayo Vedas Time Yukta Tam Mada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered to be considered by me to be the most perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. So Krishna here directly saying that those who are fixed their mind on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with the great and transcendental faith are considered by me the most perfect. So Krishna here telling by direct service to me, you don't have to, even you go to the impersonal Brahman, even you know that you are not this body by the worship, by the meditating on the impersonal form. Impersonal means Rubam Kadayad. So ரூபம் கிடையாது, அவங்களோட வழிபாடு, பிரம்மவாதிகளோட வழிபாடு வந்து ரூபம் கிடையாது ஒரு வழிபாடு. They are simply meditating on life. But Krishna here telling that I am here, I am the supreme personality of God. Okay, so we have body, we have form, even this material body we have form. And how we have a form? By our production of our father and mother. So therefore our father have form. So why not the supreme personality of God? Krishna tells that I am the supreme father. Even our material father has form, has body, and why not the supreme personality of God? So that is our philosophy, and Krishna directly saying that one who engage in my direct service, one who are worshipping me, not the impersonal Brahman, is considered the most perfect. So Krishna directly say here that Paramatma, that the super soul is actually in Shama Sundar form. So many people meditate on white. White means the impersonal. So you can go and explain about the Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Okay, even Brahman you can explain that the is impersonal. And Krishna actually already say that the impersonal Brahman is also one of my energy, but you cannot found me there. You cannot associate with me there. If you want to associate with God, you have to go to the spiritual world. So, but Brahma Jyoti is not actually spiritual world. Okay, it is something in the middle of the universe. If you go to Brahma Jyoti, you have to come back again, and then you have to realize this supreme form. So, those two have go, and Krishna have explained in the previous chapter. I'm not sure that you all remember or not. Krishna tell the devotee is actually fallen yogis. This yogis is meditating 1,000 years of the impersonal Brahman. They actually fall down again, and then they take another birth as the devotee. Therefore, the devotee is actually in a previous life they might be a super yogi. The yogi is actually meditating on the Brahman. They might be go to the Brahman, and they have never seen God there. Therefore, they have fall down again. They have to come back and take this material body and then start searching. And Krishna tell millions and millions and millions of births, I give you this understanding. So by that, we can understand that by understanding the Supreme Lord, the spiritual world is not that easy. Not in one life or two life. You have to take million births. So therefore, you all are very fortunate. So Gayatri Mataji, would you like to read? Are you in Prabhu?
Krishna Prabhu.
Hmm.
क्लेशोद्दिक्खतारस्तेषम् अव्यक्तसक्तचेतसम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देवधीभिरव्यपयते. For those whose minds are attached to unmanifested impersonal feature of Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in the discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied.
Thank you. Thank you. So now Krishna giving the answer, what if we still meditating on the impersonal form? Okay. The advancement of spiritual path is very troublesome. You can actually advance in that way. You can actually realize God in that way. But that way is very long and troublesome. Not only long, but troublesome. Krishna never tells that you cannot advance. You can advance because you already understand that you are not this body. You are the spirit soul. That's most important. Even the Brahma Jyotis, the Brahmavadis, they know that we are not this body, but they thinking that we are also God. So therefore, we have to submerge into God. They don't know the devotional service, which is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. They don't know this knowledge. Therefore, Krishna tells it is very troublesome. It is very troublesome. So at a different, so we can see that two people are meditating on the light. Okay, for them difficult and it is troublesome. Okay, personal form you can worship very easily. Okay, that's why our temple have vigra form. Okay, even we go to any temple, we can see the vigra, and people are worshipping that vigra. Okay, so not that universal form, but the Shama Sundar form. So that is called as a vigraha. And how you will concentrate when there is no form? When there is no form only, right, it is very difficult to concentrate. Okay, we all have body, right? So can we relate it something which don't have body? Okay, we can't relate it to something without a body, right? So therefore we have to fix our mind on the Shama Sundar form, on the Shama Sundar form, on the Krishna deity, which is on the Shama Sundar form. Every different place we must be focused on Krishna's personal form, not impersonal form. Even the impersonal is also Krishna, but Krishna never recommended that way. You don't go that way. You took this way, which is very shortcut. Bhakti yoga, it is very shortcut. You don't have to do meditation. You don't have to. You just have to engage in my devotional service by worshipping the deities. By worshipping the deities, and you are offering a flower, offering a ghee, offering an incense. and chanting this Hare Krishna Mantra, you can exactly come to me without any difficulty. So that is the actually the most beautiful in this Krishna consciousness. Now people might asking, the atheistic might be asking, okay, where is God? Show me God. This is actually philosophy. This is atheistic. Atheistic means nastigam, those who have no faith in God. So Prabhupada writes in one of his purpose that what are the qualifications we have to see God? If you want to see God, what are the qualifications you have to see God? That is the first question we have to ask them. Not to ask them, to ask ourselves. We are not so pure. The envious, lust, jealousy, anger, everything is inside the mind. And we are contaminated. Our mind is contaminated. Everything is contaminated. Therefore, it is impossible to see the Lord, because the Lord is very pure. So therefore, it is very difficult. Therefore, Krishna is so mercy. The Lord is so mercy. Therefore, he tells, I will come in the form that you can see me. Which are the form is the art, is the Vigraha form, which is we see in the, we call that as a statue, but not a statue, Salakadaya, the Vigraham. Vigraha means something which have some life. உயிர் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒன்று, அது சிலை கிடையாது, விக்கிரகம். We should not call that as a statue. Statue means something which is not moved like a stone, but that is not stone. It is Krishna exactly himself. And Krishna, yes, reciprocated in that way. At the end of the class, we will see a Sakshi Gopala story, a very beautiful story of the Lord. It is not a statue, but a vigraha form. So therefore, we have to understood that Shama Sundar form is very easy. So we cannot see spirit. We cannot see spirit. Our eye is not meant to see spirit. We can see matter. So therefore, Krishna come in that form, in the wood, in the stone, and give us some mercy. Through that, Krishna reciprocated with his devotee. So that is actually our philosophy. But people are the atheistic. I usually tell, oh, you are worshipping this stone. We are not worshipping this stone. Maybe I can ask Ekanti Priya, would you like to read? Yes. Ekanti Priya, we cannot hear you.
Can hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Me eva mana adyahasva mai buddhim nivyasaya nivasayasi mai eva ata urdhavam na samsaya. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you live in me always without a doubt.
Thank you, Ekanti Priya. Very beautiful. So Krishna tells, just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of God, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without doubt. So this is the progressive form of devotional service, 24 hours thinking of the Lord. But this is very difficult in this age, right? So like a spiritual master, Ambarisha Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, always whatever they do for the pleasure of the Lord. But if you can do this, like a father giving option to son, if you can do this, then what can we do? And Krishna giving another option. Navamani Mataji.
Ata chitam samadatum na saknosi mai stiram abhyasa yogena tatu mam ichaptum dhanajaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Thank you, Mataji. So if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga. So if you cannot be follow this first one, the first class is always think about me 24 hours. If we cannot not able to do that, you can follow the second class, which is called as a Sadhana Bhakti. Sadhana Bhakti under the guidance of spiritual master. So in this way, we have to find a spiritual master. We should follow the spiritual master. Spiritual master means a guru. So we cannot be, if we are not able to fix our mind on Krishna, we have to follow the Sadhana Bhakti, like no meat eating. The first rules and regulative is no meat eating. The second is no intoxication, like no smoke, no alcohol. The third one is no gambling, and the fourth one is no illicit sex. And then one was able to wake up in the early in the morning, offer flower to the Lord, must be take the association of devotee. Association is very important, and association devotee is more important than a normal association. Then always reading Bhagavad Gita, hearing some Krishna Katha, hearing some glorification of the Lord. In this way, you can actually develop a desire to attain Krishna. So one have to regular that, must every day do that. So you have to practice by determination, like the story of little sparrow. With determination and full faith, you have to regulate this regulative principle, follow the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga. Sadhana, we have to always do our sadhana, not only following 4 rules and regulative, but also the most important is chanting this Lord Krishna's name, always chanting his name. Follow these 4 rules and regulative. Wake up in the morning, make sure you take bath, and then association of devotee. So this become easy path when we always regulated the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga. Then we can fix our mind. After continuously with determination, we practice this, the process of Bhakti Yoga. This is the process of the Bhakti Yoga. We can fix our mind without deviation. Without deviation, how to fix our mind? If you cannot do the first one, you can do the second one without deviation. By following the process of Bhakti Yoga, without deviation, we can fix our mind on the form of Krishna. So by that, we can develop the desire to back to Godhead. So if someone who cannot even follow this, Krishna giving another option, the third option. So this is the third option. So I can ask Ramesh Rao Prabhu, would you like to read?
mat karma pramo bahava mat artham api karmani kurvan chit avapasyati. If you cannot practice the regulation of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the next stage.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So Krishna tell, if you cannot follow the first one, then follow the second one, which means sadhana bhakti. You have to follow the process, regulative principle, the process of Bhakti Yoga. And if you cannot even do that, then do this. If you cannot even practice the regulative of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Krishna tell, you can work from me. By how we can work for Krishna? So maybe we can build a temple for Krishna, selling books, buy some books, give some donation to a Krishna temple or Vishnu temple, or some devotee who actually wanted selling his book. The devotee's work, the business of a devotee is selling Prabhupada book. That is the family business. Prabhupada tell, that is the family business, is selling my book, distribute my book worldwidely. So if some devotee is selling a book, selling Bhagavad Gita, so you can even buy. So by that, indirectly or directly, you are working for Krishna. If you even cannot do that, okay, you can actually do a temple service. You can go to the temple nearby, serve food to the devotee, clean the temple, bring some boga. Boga means bring some rice, fruits, garland, and offer it to the Lord and give it to the temple. For example, in the time of Prabhupada, these Beatles is the one of the music band which is famous. They are from London. So there is one of the artists. His name is John Harrison. He donates that his bungalow to ISKCON. So in that way, even he is not devotee, but he tried to help Prabhupada in that way. He donates the whole house. But of course, he's rich. We are not able, some of us not able to do that. But we can actually go to the temple, clean the temple, serve some prasadam to the devotee, bring, offer some fruit to the Lord, give some fruit to the temple. We can able to do that, right? So in this way, Krishna tell you are working for me. If you cannot follow the number one, you follow number two. If you cannot follow number two, you work for me. So directly or indirectly, you will come to me. So even someone who are not able to this is the third class. Even one who cannot follow this process, you can do this, which is I can ask Divya Mataji, would you like to do?
Yes, can. Ataitad api asaktusi kartum mad yogam asrita sarva karma pala tyagam tata kuru yutat maman. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So if you cannot follow the third one, which is working from me, you cannot donate for me, you cannot buy my book or whatever, which is not related to me, then give it to the humankind, which is we call as a dana dharma, service to the mankind. Don't work for yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be so selfish. Give it some to the society. This is the first step, Krishna. Though in this COVID time, we can help the society somehow or other. We can contribute something. Even it's not my consciousness, but somehow or other you are helping that mankind. You are not even able to give Krishna. That's okay. Krishna said it's okay. Give it to the society service. Okay. Don't be selfish. Don't use everything for yourself. So give some to the mankind. That is also okay, because it's better than doing nothing. Okay, it is better than doing nothing. So everything, so Krishna tells, here Krishna is proving again that everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. So if this is not possible, this is possible. You cannot give to Krishna. You're telling that Krishna is the possessor of wealth. Why should I give Krishna? It's okay. Krishna is the possessor of wealth, but you can give to the humankind, mankind. So in that way, Krishna telling you are indirectly. Krishna is not saying you are directly working to him, but you are indirectly working. This is called as a dana dharma. So it may be that one is unable even by sympathy with the activity of Krishna consciousness. Maybe maybe your family or the environment is not suitable. So some of the people, some of the family are against this Krishna consciousness. That's okay. Krishna totally understand, because it's the super soul in everyone's heart. Therefore, you are not working to me, that's okay. You working in this way. Even you cannot do this, Krishna tell, even you cannot even do this, then Krishna have another option, that this is an alternative to work for general society. So maybe I ask Queen Yi Mataji, would you like to try? It's okay, it's wrong. You don't have to be shy, you can give a try. Even myself is also learning. No, you don't want. Okay. Rajeshwari Mataji, would you like to read again? Thank you.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Sreyo hi janam abhyasaj jnanat dhyanam visisyate dhyanat karma phala tyagas tyaga chantir anantaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation of one can attain peace of mind.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So if one is unable to do work, whatever work he cannot do, Krishna tell, it's okay. It's okay. You can cultivate of your knowledge. So cultivate of knowledge means like reading Bhagavad Gita. So in that way, you will have a better knowledge. So it is, however, it's actually better than meditation. So better than meditation is renunciation of fruit of action. கடமையை செய் பலனை எதிர்பார்க்காத. So in that way, you have to detach from whatever work you have done. Do not accept, do not um, expect the fruit of your result. So in this way, actually, you can cultivate your knowledge by reading Bhagavad Gita, by reading the scripture, and actually become more knowledgeable. And this one is actually better than the meditation. And by this such a renunciation, which is not expecting the fruit of your result, is actually can give one to attain peace of mind. So also karma yoga is the lowest on the yoga ladder. So this one is the karma yoga, which is Krishna tells in the chapter 2. This the most in the yoga ladder. The lowest one is karma yoga, then dhananya yoga, then dhyana yoga, like how Dhruva Maharaj, and the topmost in the yoga ladder is the bhakti yoga. It's doing bhakti to Krishna. So Krishna says that it is better than meditation because it's more practical, right? Meditation is not practical. You cannot even sit in pusha grass, in a deer skin, in a forest jungle, sit lean, no, hold your breath. In the tip of the nose, you have to control your breath. It's not possible in this age. But you, and another alternative, Krishna said, it is not disturb the mind with the harsh and impractical requirement. You don't have to do requirement like Dhruva Maharaj. So you have to just read Bhagavad Gita and not expecting anything, whatever you do. So as a mother, you have to take care of it. As a daughter, your children. As a father, you have to do the same. You know, in that way, we have so much of responsible. So do the responsible, but do not expect any result. So that can give you peace of mind. So yetu dharmatam idam yoktam paruyupashade saradana matparama bhaktasti divam me priya. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. So all these options, see, Krishna is so merciful. You cannot fix your mind upon me, then do sadhana bhakti. You cannot do that, then you have to work from me. If you cannot work from me, then work from the society. If you cannot work from the society, then renounce everything. Do not expect. So Krishna is somehow rather Krishna giving the pathway. Krishna giving a pathway. You don't want this, you don't want this, you don't want this. Somehow rather you have to engage your mind. At least in indirect process. Krishna giving a direct process. You come to me by just fix your mind. Or doing follow the process of bhakti yoga for this sadhana bhakti, for rules and regulatives. By that you can develop the desire. This is actually direct pathway Krishna tells. This is the actually direct method. This is recommended to Arjuna, but all the other alternative which is Krishna gave is not recommended to Arjuna, because that's all an indirect way. So Krishna already give you direct way. At the same time, he giving the indirect way. You cannot do this, you do this. You cannot do this, you do this. You cannot do this. So somehow or other Krishna is giving the way. Krishna opening his door, come to me, come to me. That is the real dharma of the father. Okay, somehow or other a real father will accept their son, whatever the son do. Okay, even the son, whatever nonsense the son do, he will still accept the son or the daughter, because that is the real love. So Krishna here showing that he really loves his children. He really loves everyone, every living entity. So in that way, Krishna opening the pathway to come back to me. So Krishna giving so much of choices. You cannot do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Somehow or other, if you engage in any of these, you will one day you will come to me. Maybe it's not in this life. Maybe in this, not in this life. Krishna already told, whatever you do, whatever spiritual advancement, whatever activity you do for the spiritual advancement, there will be no loss, Arjuna. You might be, Arjuna, I have asked, what if I followed everything but I fall down? No, I cannot remember you at the end of your life. What can I do? Krishna says, there is no loss. Why you are worrying? You are not lost. You might be get a better birth in the next life. So you can engage yourself maybe in the earlier age of your life. So in that way, why you are worrying, Arjuna? Somehow rather I will save you. Maybe not, by not this birth. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetitakvada. Yakvadadinam puna janma naiti mameti Arjuna. Do not fear naiti mameti Arjuna. Do not fear, Arjuna. And in the last verse, Krishna says, Sarva dharma patichya mamekam saranam mucha. Avam tavam sarva pavapya moksha shyamin maksujaha. Give up all the regulative principle and surrender only onto me. I will release you from all the sinful reaction. I will release you from all the sinful reaction. Only Krishna have that power to release us from all the sinful reaction which we accumulated from our previous birth. Therefore, Krishna here again tell that do not fear. Don't worry, don't fear. So this is the story of the Shakshi Gopala. So just now we have talked about the deities, the Vigraha form. So people are asking, people might be asking, you all are worshipping the stone, you all are worshipping the wood. The wood and the stone cannot speak. This is actually an amazing story of Shakshi Gopala. So usually the devotees will go for parigrama. So பக்தர்கள் எப்போதும் ஒரு பரிகிராமுக்கு போவாங்க. So parigrama means they will chant and walk throughout the village which Krishna Krishna place his pastimes. So usually India, the holy place, we call that as holy place, holy dham. So like in India, we get the Madurai Meenakshi, Tanjai Periyur Koil, this Tirupati, all these are holy places. Krishna actually do some pastimes there. The Lord actually do some pastimes. So in India, we can say Vrindavana, Dwaraka, Madura, Mayapur. So all these considered are holy places. So usually devotee will walk all this village. They will just walk, they will gather and they walk. அவங்க எல்லாம் ஒன்னா கூடி சேர்ந்து பக்தர்களோட சங்கம் இருக்கணும்னு ஒன்னா கூடி சேர்ந்து இந்த மாதிரி கிராமமா வந்து போவாங்க. பகவான் லீலைகள் நடந்த இடம் தௌரகா, மதுரா. ஸோ பகவானோட திருநாமம் சொல்லிக்கிட்டே போயிட்டு பகவானை பத்தி பேசிக்கிட்டு பகவான் இங்க வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அவதாரம் எடுத்தாரு. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி வந்து they are usually do parikrama. So in that way, so once upon a time there is an old Brahmana. He is a saintly person. So this old Brahmana, and there is also another poor Brahmana. This old Brahmana is actually coming from a high class family, high caste. So we can say like that. He's a very high caste Brahmana. And there is another poor Brahmana, young Brahmana. Brahmana means a saintly person. You can say as a saintly person. So there is another boy, is a young Brahmana. He's coming from a poor family and a low class family. So, but actually for God eyes, everyone is equal. So what happened during the parikrama? So the parigramathula வந்து பரிகிராமம் செய்யும் போது ஒரு மூத்த பிராமணன், அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு இளைய பிராமணன், ஓகே, யங் பிராமணன், ஜூனியர் பிராமணன். ஸோ இந்த சீனியர் பிராமணன், அதாவது இந்த வயசான பிராமணர் வந்து ஒரு பெரிய நல்ல குடும்பத்து, நல்ல வசதியாளர் குடும்பத்துல இருந்து வர, அண்ட் ஒரு பெரிய ஹை கிளாஸ்னா நல்ல ஜாதின்னு வந்து நம்ம வந்து சொல்லலாம். அதுக்கப்புறம் ரெண்டாவது வந்து வயது குறைவான ஒரு பிராமணா, ஓகே, ஏழையான ஒரு குடும்பத்துல இருந்து வராரு, அண்ட் கீழ்பட்ட ஜாதியில இருந்து வந்து வராரு. ஸோ அப்படின்றத வந்து தான் வந்து சாஸ்திரம்ல போட்டிருக்கு. ஆனா ஜாதி மதம் எதுவுமே கிடையாது. So this is the purpose of the story I'm telling this. So what happened during the parikrama? And the parikrama நேரத்துல this old Brahmana is actually fall sick. இந்த மூத்த பிராமணா வந்து சீக்ல வந்து விழுந்துட்டாரு. So the management is assigned this young Brahmana to take care of the old Brahmana. So அங்க இருக்கிற எல்லா பக்தர்களும் சேர்ந்து அந்த வயது குறைவான பிராமணனை வந்து இந்த மூத்த பிராமணாவை நீ தான் இதுக்கு மேல அவங்கள பார்த்துக்கணும், அவருக்கு சேவை செய்யணும், எது எதெல்லாம் வேணும்னு அவருக்கு செஞ்சு கொடுக்கணும். So in this way, this young Brahmana taking care of this old Brahmana very well. He served this old Brahmana very nice because he's a very senior Brahmana. Brahmana is a saintly person. It is a must. As a young Brahmana, the responsibility or dharma of the young Brahmana is to serve the old Brahmana, old devotee. So he, in that way, he do whatever the need, which is he need to do. Whatever the Brahmana has, he taking care of the Brahmana very well all during this parikrama. So அந்த வயது குறைவான பிராமணன் இந்த மூத்த பிராமணனை வந்து நல்லா பார்த்துக்கிட்டாரு. அவருக்கு தேவையான வசதி எல்லாத்தையும் செஞ்சு கொடுத்தாரு. இந்த வகையில அவருக்கு பணிவிடை செஞ்சாரு, சேவைகள் செஞ்சாரு. So in that way, this old Brahmana become very pleased. He become very pleased of this young Brahmana. Oh, such a young boy, taking care of me very nicely. It's a very nice boy, very devoted. So much of good attitude I can see in you. And he promised it. The Brahmana promised, the old Brahmana promised, I will give my daughter to you. So அந்த வயதான பிராமணர் பார்த்துட்டு, இவ்வளவு பணிவிடை செய்யறியா, இந்த சின்ன வயசுலயும் உனக்கு இவ்வளவு ஒரு பக்தியா, நீ உனக்குள்ள ஒரு நல்ல குணங்கள் நான் பாக்குறேன் அப்படின்னு இருக்கும் போது இந்த மூத்த பிராமணன் வாக்கு கொடுக்கிறாரு. என்னதுன்னு, என்னோட மகளை நான் உனக்கு கட்டி வைக்கிறேன். So he is giving the promises that I will give you my daughter. Okay, I will make my daughter married. So in this young Brahmana is refusing. No, I am not expecting anything. நான் எதுவுமே எதிர்பார்க்கல உங்கள்கிட்ட, என்னோட கடமையை தான் செய்யறேன். I only do my responsibility. I am never expecting any result. So please no. And old Brahmana is refusing. No. You are such a good Brahmana. You have should, I am very fortunate to give my daughter. நான் ஆக்சுவலி கொடுத்து வச்சிருக்கணும், என்னோட மகளை உனக்கு தரணும், கண்டிப்பா நீ மகளை கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கணும்ன்றது வந்து வாக்கு கொடுக்குறாரு. And this old Brahmana, actually this young Brahmana, after that he tells that are you sure? இளைய வயது குறைவான பிராமணன் கேட்கிறாரு, நிஜமாகயா? And he promised that in front of a deity. Deity means the Vigra, the form of Krishna. He actually promising, okay, I promise you in the front of the deity Sakshi Gopala. The name is a Sakshi Gopala. It's a very beautiful form of Krishna. Okay, black Krishna is in the temple. I'm not sure what's this temple name. So he actually promising, this old Brahmana is promising in the front of the deity. அந்த விக்கிரங்கள் முன்னுக்கு வந்து இந்த மூத்த பிராமணர் வந்து வாக்கு கொடுக்கிறாரு, இந்த விக்கிரங்கள் மேல, இந்த பகவான் மேல சத்தியமாக நான் உனக்கு என் பையனை, என் பிள்ளைய நான் கொடுக்குறேன். So after that they are returned to their village. Okay, their village. And then after a week passed, this old Brahmana have tell about the story, and he tell that I going to give our daughter to that young Brahmana. So இவர் வந்து வீட்டுல வந்து இந்த விஷயத்த சொல்லும் போது அவர் மனைவிக்கிட்டையும் அவங்களோட பையன்கிட்டையும் வந்து சொல்லும் போது, நம்ம மகளை வந்து நான் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பிராமணனுக்கு தரப்போறேன். So after they heard of the story, the brother of the daughter, the son of the old Brahmana heard the story. He started searching who is actually this young Brahmana. So இத பத்தி கேட்டோன்னே அவங்க மகன், அதாவது அந்த மூத்த பிராமணாவோட மகன் வந்து ஒரு ஃபுல்லா விசாரிக்கிறாரு, யார் இந்த பையன். And they had known that this young Brahmana is coming from a lower class of the family. Is very poor, right? It's very poor. So they have received the news, and all these village people, the neighbors of this old Brahmana, telling that if you give your daughter to this young man, I will give up your association. So இந்த தகவல் வருது, இந்த வயசு குறைவான பிராமணன் வந்து ரொம்ப தாழ்ந்த குடும்பத்துல இருந்து வராரு, ரொம்ப ஏழையான ஒரு குடும்பத்துல இருந்து வராரு. சோ நீ அப்புறம் அங்க ஊர் மக்கள்லாம் வந்து அந்த பிராமணனை பார்த்து சொல்றாங்க, நீ வந்து உங்க மகளை வந்து இந்த குடும்பத்துல சம்பந்தம் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா உன்னோட உறவை நான் வெட்டி விட்டுருவேன். So in that way This old Brahmana, the son of the Brahmana and the wife of the Brahmana is refusing. No, we should not give our daughter with the sister to that Brahmana. So நம்ம வீட்டுல இருந்து பொண்ணை வந்து அங்க கொடுக்கவே கூடாது. They are totally against the Brahmana. So the old Brahmana tells them, oh, I already have promised in the front of the deities. So அவங்க சொல்றாங்க, இல்ல நான் வாக்கு கொடுத்துட்டேன். எதுல வாக்கு கொடுத்துட்டேன்? பகவானோட விக்ரமனுக்கு வந்து நான் வாக்கு கொடுத்துட்டேன். So I have to do that. And then somehow or other they managed to brainwash the old Brahmana. And after week passed, month passed, the young Brahmana is remember, oh, that old Brahmana telling that he will give his daughter. So I will go search for the old Brahmana. So somehow he managed to find the house of the old Brahmana. So அந்த இளைய பிராமணா, அதாவது அந்த வயசு குறைவான பிராமணன் வந்து இந்த மூத்த பிராமணனை தேடிக்கிட்டு போறாரு. ஸோ போயிட்டு அப்படி இப்படின்னு வீடை கண்டுபிடிச்சி எனக்கு கேட்கிறாரு, பெரியவரே நீங்க வந்து உங்க பொண்ணை தரீங்க, என்னாச்சு? ஓ elderly Brahmana, you have promised to me to give your daughter. What had happened? And then this old Brahmana refusing. No, I will never give my daughter. You are coming from a very low class family, you are very poor, so no, I cannot give. And then this young Brahmana telling, no, you have already promised to me in front of the deities. And they actually neglected. They have never taken serious of that. And then they goes to they called all these village people. So அந்த காலத்துல வந்து பஞ்சாயத்து இருக்கும். ஸோ ஊர் மக்கள்லாம் கூட்டிட்டு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஜட்மெண்ட் கேட்கும் போது, தீர்ப்பு கேட்கும் போது அவங்க சொல்றாங்க, என்னது யாரு முன்னுக்கு சொன்னது? ஸோ யாரோ சாட்சி இருக்காங்களா? விட்னஸ் கேட்கறாங்க. ஸோ the people in the village asking, no, do you have any witness? That's the old Brahmana tell in such a giving such a word. No, there is no any witness. So you are lying. They are putting the blame on the young Brahmana, telling that you are lying. No one has seen. And the young Brahmana tell, no, there is one person has seen, is witnessing, which is the Vigraha, the deities. This is the form of Krishna. The Lord have seen that. The Lord have actually witnessed that. And they tell that, ask the Lord to tell, then we will believe. So in this way, the young Brahmana goes to the parikrama, go back to the temple and crying in the front of Sakshi Gopala. Oh Lord, this old Brahmana have given his word in front of you. Now they asking me to bring you. So now I have only one person, which is you. You have to come now. He is talking to the deity form. ஸோ அந்த பிராமணன் வந்து யாருக்கிட்ட போறாரு? ஒரே சாட்சி தான் இருக்காரு. யாரு? பகவான் தான். பகவான் வந்து விக்ரம் ரூபத்துல இருக்காரு. அண்ட் அந்த கவலையோட வந்து அந்த பகவானை தேடி போய்கிட்டு இருக்கும் போது அந்த பகவான் கிட்ட சொல்றாரு, பகவானே இப்ப நீ ஒண்டிதான் இருக்க சாட்சிக்கு, யாருமே நம்ப மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க, உன்னை கூட்டிட்டு வர சொல்றாங்க. And the deities start to speak. The deities, the form of Krishna in the stone form, in the Vigraha form, is starting to talk. Oh Brahmana, I am here. Why you are worrying? Okay, I will come and talk. And he was very shocked. The Brahmana was very shocked. And he tell the Lord said, how are you going to come? The young Brahmana is asking to the Lord, how are you going to come? And the Lord said that, turn you around, don't see me. I will come behind you, but don't ever turn. So Krishna in the statue form, but you are not statue. And the Brahmin replied that is true. You are speaking, even though you are deities, but oh my dear Lord, you are not actually state, you are the direct supreme personality of God. So exactly the Brahmana is walking in front, and the ankle பகவானோட கொலுசு சத்தம் வந்து அவர் பின்னாடி கேட்டுக்கிட்டே இருக்கு. So and there is one condition that God gives, that do not turn, I will come. Somehow or other I will come. You just have to walk straight and ask all the village people come here. Ask all the village people come here, and I will tell to them that I am witnessing whatever the old Brahmana is told. So the Lord Gopala, the Gopala is actually this young Brahmana, ask every of this village people come, and actually then the Lord is giving his full darshan, like how you say in the picture, Krishna is giving his form, and everyone is pleased by that. Everyone is pleased by that, and from that this Vigraha, the deity is called as a Sakshi Gopala, the deity who was called as a witness. So, and then the old Brahmana is compromised, and okay, I will give my daughter. So this is how actually, this is the real story which has happened in South India. This is South India, Tamil Nadu actually. So this is happening actually in South India. Yes, is the village called as Vidyanagara in South India. Near this village, there is a river, and there Krishna was actually standing, giving us a full darshan, full form, and everyone is pleased. So by that, so the deities is actually true. It's not a stone. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, it actually resides in that deity. So this is the nice story of Sakshi Gopala. So the last last verse of Satish Kumar Prabhu, would you like to read?
Yeah, sure. Jaya Namadeya Muni Vradanda Geya Hi Janaranjanaya Param Aksharatre Tvam Anadarat Api Manak Udiratam Nihilogra Thapa Patalim Bilumpasi. O Harinama, Om Nama Sang the sages, O transcendental syllabus that brings bliss to the people, even if you are spoken only once, and even if you are spoken disrespectfully, you at once remove many harsh sufferings of people, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. So Krishna here tells that even if you are the Vedas have stated that if you are spoken spoken only once, and even if you are spoken disrespectfully, so people will always tell Krishna Rakumtanda. So in some that you are even disrespectfully says any Krishna's word. Okay, even this Malay will tell haram. Haram means if you tell haram means Harinama. So you will actually get benefited. So the Lord's name is so mercy. Even disrespectfully you have said that, you at once remove many hearts of suffering for everyone. So that is so mercy. That is how mercy the Lord are. It is not only so one who actually realized and conscious and say, but even if you are not conscious, even you are calling someone's name is Krishna. So Krishna come here, like the story of Ajamila. He is calling the name of his son Narayana. At the end of the time, he are not conscious of the God, but he is simply calling the name of his son. Narayana come here, Narayana, after seeing the Yamadutas. No, he calling the name of his son Narayana, which is exactly the name of the God. So therefore, he get the same benefited. So even you are not conscious, even you are spoke only once, and you are even spoke that in disrespectful way, that's okay, Krishna, even you will get the same benefit. That is how this holy name is so merciful. So this is, we have to realize this holy name, the Lord's name is so merciful. So therefore, imagine what if one say that in pure consciousness, full consciousness. You can imagine how the Lord will save us. So therefore, we should have the great benefit, faith in chanting this holy name. In whatever situation, like Prahlad Maharaj, in whatever situation, Krishna will save us. So therefore, we will end our session here. And as usual, Ekantipriya is there. Yes.
Yes.
You can
I'm
start.
here.
You can start the chanting.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, So, Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So, this is the certificate, this is the Gita kit. If you don't have Bhagavad Gita, please do personally message me, order this Gita kit. And this is the certificate which we'll provide at the end of the session. Please fill up all the quizzes with correct group number, which is group 18. So, any question? So, if no question, we can end our session today. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhu, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.